Hey everybody, I just wanted to share a little bit of stuff that I figured out last night. Um, for about the past month and a half or so, not long after I posted my last video, actually, um, I've been kind of slipping in and out of these really weird depressive states. A lot of depression and frustration, a little bit of anger sometimes, which not a fan of. Do not like that. Um, I like being happy and chill. But anyway, I kept going through these weird cycles, like rapid cycles. Like I would start feeling kind of depressed and kind of do the whole go within thing, right? Kind of dig into myself to try to figure out what was going on, because it was really uncomfortable. And I'd gone into that space for about a year last year, which was really awful, and I don't want to get stuck there for another year again. That sucked. So I was a little desperate to figure out what was going on, and last night I finally figured it out with the help of a moderate amount of psilocybin. First time in about four or 5 years that I tried that stuff. And it was really helpful. Kind of helped unveil some things. I knew I had some like weird rigid structures in my default mode network that were kind of like subconsciously suppressing awareness of what was going on. I could feel it in my head. Kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it exactly. But anyway, I realized what the trigger for that depressive state was, and what was making it stick around for so long. So around the time I did my last video, about a month and a half ago, I kind of got like this heart chakra upgrade, so to speak. And I felt so much love for so many people. It was so awesome and amazing. And it felt really wonderful. And I'm finally starting to get it back, which is great. But I was so excited about it because it felt so wonderful, and I just wanted to share it. And everybody that I knew was going through some very uncomfortable things of their own, and were not really in a space to share it. And apparently I kind of got my feelings hurt a little bit by that. And I don't like having my feelings hurt, especially by actions that I know are innocent and from people that I love and care about, So I just kind of suppressed it and pushed it down without even noticing or realizing it. But kind of denying the fact that it hurt my feelings was very unfeeling towards myself, and not very kind towards myself. I found something really fascinating about why I keep finding myself in these weird depressive states. And it very much relates to a couple of messages that I got from Spirit, like, I don't know, 2 years ago? And the first one was, it's time to embrace your fire. And the second one was, don't get too addicted to the process of healing. And it turns out that both of those were part of the puzzle. I didn't know how, but it's really interesting. So I'm an Aries. My sun sign is an Aries. I'm a fire sign. I don't usually act like it. I'm usually pretty chill and super relaxed. One of the sort of stereotypes about fire signs is like adrenaline junkie, right? But that's not me at all. Or at least I thought that wasn't me at all. But it turns out that what was going on goes back to my childhood. Ever since I was a kid, I had a lot of disappointment when I felt excited about things. when I was looking forward to things would get canceled, you know? My wants and needs were not a priority for most of the people in my past. So, yeah, I would get super excited about something and I'd be like, oh, no, we're not going to do that. And be like, oh, okay. And I wasn't really allowed to speak out about any kind of emotional reactions I had about things. My dad was from the children should be seen and not heard generation, and my mom took things very personally a lot of times. Like, if I expressed displeasure for something, she would get kind of upset and be like, well, I guess I'm just not good enough. I'm a horrible mom, but thanks for making me feel that way. That kind of stuff. So I've spent most of my life successfully suppressing the feeling of excitement. So I didn't really realize that I was gaining benefit from excitement because I didn't feel it. But I was getting benefit from the, I guess, the adrenaline, even though I couldn't feel it. It was like new and exciting things. They kind of feed my inner fire. And I know that I kind of like internalized a lot of Stoicism, like the Stoic philosophies, a lot. I think partly because of the sort of like Calvinistic brand of fundamental Christianity that my parents had. It was very like low-key stuff, like, you know, don't be too rowdy, being excited is a sin, basically. But it kind of spilled over into adulthood, and I kind of had a lot of that subconsciously reinforced by a lot of the teachings that are pretty not great in a lot of the spiritual circles. You know, the whole like everything is internal. If you look externally, then you're just a failure. Anything that you look for outside of yourself is a distraction from fixing what's broken about you. And yeah, I just kind of realized it's like, well, I mean, if you're hungry, you should probably eat some food, you know? Yes, there are some people that use food to distract themselves from their issues, but you are encouraging anorexia, maybe? I don't know. It's just, it's wild. It's just really interesting how often people teach things that are sort of gross misinterpretations of different kinds of wisdom, right? Like, yes, I mean, everything's internal in a way, but like, you still have to breathe, you still have to eat, you still gotta drink water, and for some people, you still need excitement. You need stimulation. You need connection, friendship, you know, emotional connections with other humans is important for a lot of people, including me. And excitement and new experiences. It's just part of who I am, apparently. And I know that a lot of the sort of more fundamentalist spiritualists would be like, well, that's just because you're not trying hard enough, right? But no, I tried for 40 fucking years. And you know, I'm just now noticing the patterns. That the times that I've been okay, the times that I've felt the best, was when I had you know, excitement in my life. And when I get stuck in a routine, things aren't very good for me. I don't do particularly well in routine, and it's not for a lack of trying. It's just not in my nature. Anyway, I don't know if that would help anybody, but I thought I'd share because I know a lot of, quite a few other people that I know are going through some very, very similar spaces with like these depressive states and sort of like up and down and in and out of these spaces. But I realized that the up and down thing, where I would I would have like these minor breakthroughs, right? And start feeling better. And I'd be like, yes, I finally figured out what was going on. And then the next day I would wake up and all depressed again. It turns out that that was the warning that I got about being addicted to the process of healing, because there's a certain rush that you get when you kind of like something clicks and you figure something out and it's like, I got it, I figured it out. And that's that excitement that I've been looking for. But that's a very very short-lived excitement that is not exactly sustainable. You can't just keep digging into yourself repeatedly over and over and over again. Eventually you're going to run out of shit to look for, which is basically what's been happening to me. I can't find anything else to look for. I've done all of the like inner child work and healing that I can think of, and it just wasn't cutting it. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I don't know. I mean, like, I like roller coasters, but I'm not a huge fan of theme parks or amusement parks. Skydiving might be cool. I don't know. We'll see. All right, take care, everybody. I love you.